So I remember when I first started managing health clubs and I was really immersing myself in a lot of sales training, a story about a guy who was a basketball player and he really wanted to step his game up. He wanted to learn what was the edge that he could master that would propel him ahead of all the other people he was playing ball with. So he goes to his coach and he explains this to him. He says, I want to step my game up. I want to be better than other people. I want to propel myself forward. What is the one shot that I should learn to master that'll help me do that? And so he asked this question and he's thinking that his coach is going to show him something that's really unique, something that's going to be an eye opener that he never would have considered. And so his coach says, okay, I'm going to show you the one shot that if you master it, will eventually put you ahead of all the people you are competing with. And so he takes the basketball, he goes right up to the rim, about a foot away, and he does the simplest layup that you could possibly do, just like this, right off the backboard into the bucket. And the basketball player is looking at him, he's thinking, what are we talking about here? You just did a simple layup that anybody could do. And the coach explained to him, 90% of basketball is played right here. If you can master this fundamental, you'll get ahead of everybody else. Now I imagine this is pre-Steph Curry days when people used to play right next to the basket. But the point the coach was trying to make is that if you master the simplest things and you understand the concepts and you understand those fundamentals and you focus on those instead of the advance or trick shots or things that may seem fancier, you're going to end up having a foundation that's going to push you forward. And when I think about meditation, one of these foundational principles, one of these things that I feel we always have to keep coming back to, and I won't say master, just consistently reiterate. It's almost like what Zig Ziglar says when he's talking about motivation and somebody's telling him, what is the point of motivation? It doesn't even last. We have to keep being remotivated. And he says, well, showers don't last forever too, but we still want to keep on taking them. And this is just the concept of understanding that our thoughts aren't facts. We're separate from the thoughts that are going on in our mind. We are the person behind the wall of our thinking. We are the entity that's observing our thoughts and not intertwined with our thoughts. And the more I can remind myself of this, the more I can remember this, the more emotional freedom I have, because I know I don't have to ride this roller coaster of everything that I'm thinking. And that separation just helps me have a much more calmer and peaceful demeanor towards everything that I do. And when I do find myself getting pulled in by what I'm thinking, the understanding alone helps me realize, hey, this isn't the case, what I'm thinking. Let me take a step back from this. I remember taking a walk And I don't know if I heard it from somebody else or somebody was, wherever it may have come from. I was taking a walk, and all of a sudden I had this thought: you should have 5 kids. Having 5 kids would be cool. And I'll tell you guys, I have no interest in having 5 kids. I have 3 children. That's enough for me. I'm good in that department. But my response, knowing that I'm separate from my thoughts, that my thoughts are not facts, that my thoughts are not something that I have to grab on and analyze and see what's going on. When this popped up in my mind, I just said, that's interesting. That said something that popped up in my head, and just kept going about my day. It's when we think that it means something deeper. It's when we think that it reflects something that could be missing inside of us, that we go on these journeys that aren't necessary and only take us to places where we're following mistruths. Our mind will tell me, I love something today, and it'll tell me, I hate that same thing tomorrow. It'll tell me you should have 5 kids today, and then it'll say, you want to be by yourself tomorrow. Your mind can say anything, and understanding that we're disconnected from that just gives us an opportunity to know what really rings true. And it's not to say that nothing that we think about is going to be correlated to the truth, but in due time, we're going to know what rings true and what doesn't. And so when I think about this distinction, I think about it like that jump shot. This is the fundamental. This is the thing that we need to hone. This is the thing that we need to practice and remind ourselves of and be really efficient at. And the better we are at doing it, the better we are at coming back to the baseline of understanding that we're distinct from that thought, the easier it is to navigate not just our day, but our lives, essentially. So I wanted to share that fundamental with you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment below. I'd appreciate your feedback, and I'll talk to you next time.